So here's the thing, Prey launched in 2017 and almost instantly got buried. No big marketing push, it wasn't a sequel, and it dropped during the time when sci-fi fatigue was kinda real. But here in 2025, I finally gave it a shot, and now I'm wondering how this didn't become popular. At first glance, Prey looks like your typical first-person sci-fi shooter, but it's really more in the vein of Bioshock or Dishonored. A smart, immersive sim with layers to uncover. You're trapped aboard Talos I, a massive space station overrun by aliens called the Typhon. These creatures come in different forms, from sneaky mimics to deadly phantoms. From the moment you wake up, nothing is quite what it seems. Even that coffee mug on the desk, yep, it could be a mimic. And it's not just the mugs, anything around you might be one. So you have to stay constantly alert because danger lurks in the most ordinary places. And trust me, when you're walking down a quiet hallway and a mimic suddenly jumps out, you a brick. Talos I isn't just a backdrop, it feels alive, almost like its own silent character. But at the same time, it's hauntingly empty. Every corridor echoes with emptiness. Stylish and unsettling, the station hides dark secrets beneath its sleek surface. You'll roam through abandoned offices, eerie labs and shadowy maintenance shafts. Even stepping outside into the void beyond the station walls. The deeper you venture, the heavier the silence gets and the more disturbing the discoveries become. Why was this research so important, and what terrible events led to everyone disappearing? Here's where Prey really starts to shine. The freedom it gives you is wild. Go full stealth, hack your way through doors and turrets, or just start launching furniture around with a gravity gun. You can even use the glue gun to put out fires, freeze enemies, or build makeshift platforms to reach new areas. Then of course you've got the neuro mods, basically your upgrade system. You can enhance human skills like hacking and engineering, or go the more exciting route, alien powers. Want to turn into a teacup or a turret? You can, as long as you unlock the mimic ability. Mind control enemies, fire off psychic blasts like you're in a sci-fi comic, yep, that's also on the menu. The game constantly pushes you to think outside the box. Can't find a key card? Maybe there's a vent, a hackable door, or even a creative power-based workaround. It's basically a giant what-if sandbox for immersive sim fans, and solving problems your own way is half the fun. No spoilers here, but just know this. Prey's narrative is way smarter than it first appears. It plays with themes of identity, morality, and memory, and it constantly makes you question your decisions. So yeah, it pays to think a few steps ahead. There are multiple endings shaped by how you handle key situations. Even some choices you won't realise you made until much later. If you enjoy games that mess with your head a little while keeping you totally hooked in the moment, Prey nails that vibe perfectly. Is it worth playing now? 100% yes, but with a few drawbacks. Combat isn't always smooth, especially early on when resources are tight and your stamina sucks. The pacing does dip a little in the middle, especially if you're not the type to explore every corner. But if you're anything like me, you'll barely notice because you'll be too busy digging through every room, hunting for secrets and reading every email that you come across. Honestly though, that's a minor complaint compared to what the game delivers. Prey is smart, unique and absolutely worth replaying, even if it's just to see how a different choice plays out. Sure, it's not on Detroit Become Humans level when it comes to the branching paths, but there's still plenty of room to shape your story, and visually it still holds up surprisingly well on the PS5. If you missed Prey when it launched, which you probably did, don't skip it now. This is a smart, slow burn sci-fi thriller that gives you freedom, atmosphere and one of the best designed space stations in gaming. So the burning question, vault it, play it or avoid it? I'm going with play it. It's absolutely worth experiencing at least once, especially if you love immersive sims or sci-fi mysteries. Now, it is built to be be replayed, and there's definitely enough depth to justify multiple runs. But personally, I feel like one really solid playthrough was enough for me, and that's alright. If you do enjoy replaying games with different outcomes, you might even bump this up to a vault it in your own ranking. But for me, like I said, it's a strong, confident play it, and I highly recommend giving it a shot at least once. Thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments, have you played Prey before, or did it completely slip past your radar like it did for me? If this review helped you decide to check it out, drop a like, it really helps the channel grow. And if you're into hidden gems, underappreciated hits, or just want to know which games are worth digging out of your backlog, make sure to subscribe. I drop a new review every Friday right here on the Backlog Vault. Until next time, I appreciate every single one of you. Laters.